The Secretary will call the roll.
Alquist, Anderson, Berryhill, Blakesley, Calderon, Canella, Corbett, Correa, De Leon, DeSaulnier, Dutton, Emerson, Evans, Fuller, Gaines, Hancock, Harmon, Hernandez, Huff, Kehoe, LaMalfa, Leno, Ted Lieu, Carol Liu, Lowenthal, Negrete McLeod, Padilla, Pavley, Price, Rubio, Runner, Semidian, Steinberg, Strickland, Vargas, Walters, Wolk, Wright, Weiland, Yee.
The Secretary informs me we're absent a quorum. Will members please report to the Senate chambers so we can begin our work today? Senator should report to the floor. It's 10:06.
You're at 20.
A quorum is present, members, and would you please stand, and also our guests beyond the rail and in the gallery also stand. We will be led in prayer this morning by our chaplain, Rabbi Mona Alfie, after which we will remain standing and we will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Senator Harmon.
Good morning. The noted academic and business consultant Keshavan Nair taught that with courage you will dare to take risks, have the strength to be compassionate, and the wisdom to be humble. Courage, he taught, is the foundation of integrity. May the Holy One bless us with the strength to live according to our convictions, compassion for those whom we serve, the wisdom to understand the power we wield, and most of all, the courage to act each and every day with integrity. May this be God's will. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'll be here.
26, Vern.
Members, we're at privileges of the floor. Privileges of the floor. Senator Canella? For what purpose?
Purpose of introduction.
Without objection.
Thank you, Madam President. Today we have Miss Green's 8th grade class from Tres Pinos Elementary School, which is in Tres Pinos, California, which is in San Benito County. Welcome.
Welcome to the students from Tres Pinos, beautiful part of the state. Are there further introductions, Senator Blakesley?
Yes, for the purpose of introduction, back at Mr. Steinberg's desk, please. I'm pleased to have with me today my own Chamber of Commerce from San Luis Obispo, where I first learned a little bit about public service by serving on their board. Their dear friends, Ermina Karim is the new CEO who just won national recognition as one of the up-and-coming CEO executives in the state of California. And Russ Levelway is the chairman of the board. I believe he's standing here, and a number of dear friends. I want to welcome them to the State Senate.
Thank you, Senator Blakesley. Welcome to the San Luis Obispo Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Senator Huff.
Yes, thank you, Madam President. For purpose of introduction, I'd like to introduce my staff from the district office, Jody Roberto, my senior district representative, David Monroy, Leah Hernandez, and Benjamin Leyva. They're sort of huddled behind the Chamber of Commerce group.
And welcome to Senator Huff's district office staff. Welcome. Senator Liu, Senator Ted Liu, and we'll go back to Senator Liu. Any other privileges of the floor at this time, members? Senator Liu, here we are. Senator Liu, for what purpose?
For purpose of introduction, please.
Without objection.
I am pleased to have the opportunity to acknowledge a group of 13 young leaders representing 10 countries in the Near East and North Africa who were chosen to participate in an international visitor leadership program due to their commitment to civic engagement in their countries. They are seated in the gallery and are visiting the capital today to gain practical insights into good governance, coalition building, and managing political challenges. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our honored guests.
Welcome. Welcome to the California State Senate. And Senator Liu, thank you for that introduction. Members, we'll move on to messages from the governor. They'll be deemed read. Messages from the Assembly will be deemed read. Reports of committees will be deemed read and those amendments adopted. And we are at motions and resolutions. Motions and resolutions. Members, we will take up the governor's appointments. That's file item 2. Senator Steinberg. Senator Steinberg.
Thank you very much, Madam President. This is an important nomination here. This is the nomination of J. Matthew Rodriguez as the Secretary of the Environmental Protection Agency. Ms. Rodriguez was heard in the Rules Committee on the 15th of February and approved on a...
Senator Steinberg, one moment, please. Members, can we have the entire chamber come to order? That includes behind the columns. Senator Steinberg.
Thank you. Secretary Rodriguez was approved on a 5-0 vote. He has a very strong base of knowledge and expertise on California's environmental laws. He will be a leading voice to protect our air, our water, and our state's public health. He's a problem solver. We had a very extensive discussion about the cap and trade program and got the assurance from Secretary Rodriguez that, especially given the budget implications around cap and trade, that he will work in partnership with us and will ensure that as this goes forward, there'll be the necessary mitigation for communities so impacted. Again, a 5-0 vote. We urge an aye vote.
Is there debate or discussion, members? Any debate or discussion on the governor's appointment? Seeing none, the Secretary will call the roll.
Alquist. Aye. Anderson. Berryhill. Aye. Blakesley. Aye. Calderon. Canella. Aye. Corbett. Aye. Correa. Aye. De Leon. Aye. DeSaulnier. Dutton. Aye. Emerson. Aye. Evans. Aye. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Hancock. Aye. Harmon. I. Hernandez. I. Huff. I. Kehoe. I. LaMalfa. Leno. I. Ted Lieu. I. Carol Lieu. I. Lowenthal. I. Negrete McLeod. I. Padilla. I. Pavley. I. Price. I. Rubio. Runner. Semidian. I. Steinberg. I. Strickland. I. Vargas. I. Walters. I. Wolk. I. Wright. I. Wyland. I. Yee. Yee, aye. Calderon, aye.
Call the absent members.
Anderson. Aye. DeSaulnier. LaMalfa. Aye. Rubio. Runner.
Call the absent members.
DeSaulnier. Rubio. Runner.
Call the absent members.
DeSaulnier. Rubio. Runner.
Call the absent members.
DeSaulnier. DeSaulnier, aye. Rubio. Runner.
Call the absent members.
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 Rubio. Runner.
Ayes 38, no 0. Mr. Rodriguez is confirmed. Senator Steinberg, Senator Leno, for what purpose?
Madam President, motions and resolutions, please.
Members will return to motions and resolutions. Senator Leno?
Yes, I would move to withdraw from committee Senate Bills 1004 through 1043. They are budget trailer bills, and place them on the second reading file.
I understand there's objection to the motion. Members, we will call the roll on this item. It takes 21. Senator Leno asks for an aye vote. Senator Harman for a no vote. Secretary will call the roll.
Alquist. I. Anderson. Berryhill. No. Blakesley. No. Calderon. I. Canella. No. Corbett. I. Correa. I. De Leon. I. DeSaulnier. I. Dutton. No. Emerson. No. Evans. I. Fuller. No. Gaines. No. Hancock. I. Harmon. No. Hernandez. I. Huff. No. Kehoe. I. LaMalfa. No. Leno. I. Ted Lieu. I. Carol Lieu. I. Lowenthal. I. Negrete McLeod. I. Padilla. I. Pavley. I. Price. I. Rubio. Runner. Semidian. I. Steinberg. Strickland. Steinberg, aye. Strickland. No. Vargas. I. Walters. No. Wolk. I. Wright. I. Wyland. No. Yee. Yee, aye. Anderson, no.
Ayes 24, noes 14. The motion carries. Senator Emerson, for what purpose?
Madam Pro Tem, I would like to make a motion to re-refer Senate Bill the 2004 to 2043 to the Budget Committee for hearing. Over the past few weeks, I have listened in Budget Committee as several members of the majority party here on the Senate floor today have stated that the governor's budget proposals need further policy debate and discussion in committee. These empty spot bills should be referred to the appropriate budget subcommittee or policy committees for discussion to take place. They should be amended in those budget committees as needed to reflect the discussions, and the public should have the opportunity to see the language in print before it's voted out to the Assembly.
There's a motion before us. There is, just one moment. On the motion, Mr. Berryhill.
Yes, on the motion, Madam President. Just to shed a little bit more light on Mr. Emerson, I would like to have a couple of quotes from committee members. During the February 23rd hearing on Medicare long-term health care, I think the entire budget proposal by the administration does offer many concepts, policy changes that policy committees ought to take a look at, unquote. Quote, these are very clearly changes in policy directions and seems to me good in many ways. If we can solve some of the problems that have come up, that indeed policy review by policy committee would be in order. And last but not least, Madam President, during the February 16th hearing on education reform, I am very troubled we are moving very quickly without really knowing what these impacts will be or how much savings will occur, without having discussed this in the policy committees. So again, I concur with others who say, let's see this in a policy committee. Thank you.
On the motion, Senator Leno or Senator Harmon on the motion? Senator
Thank you, Madam President. Look, members, let's not play hide the pea with these budget bills. These are empty shell bills, as I understand it. And, you know, just 3 days ago, we had thousands of students on the front lawn of the Capitol chanting, "Show us, show us." And what they wanted to see was the budget terms. Let's bring it out into sunshine. Let's have some transparency. Let's tell the people of California, here's the Senate budget. Here's what we think needs to be done. Here's where the money is. Here's our projections of revenue. Here's the cuts, unfortunately, that we think we will have to make. Under Prop 25, this is a majority vote type of situation that the majority party can manage and control. We want to see what it is. The people of California want to see what it is. That's why it should go to budget committees and to the sub-budget committees for policy debate and input from stakeholders, input from citizens, so we'll know what's going on. Why are we doing this? It doesn't seem like the right thing, so I urge you to send these bills to the Budget Committee.
On the motion, members, Senator Leno.
Thank you, Madam President. The idea behind Senator Emerson's motion is of interest and consideration, but at this time I'd ask for a no vote.
Senator Leno asks for a no vote. Senator Emerson for an aye vote. The Secretary will call the roll.
Alquist. No. Anderson. Berryhill. Aye. Blakesley. Aye. Calderon. No. Cannella. Aye. Corbett. No. Correa. No. De Leon. Aye. DeSaulnier. DeSaulnier, no. Dutton. Aye. Emerson. Aye. Evans. No. Fuller. Aye. Gaines. Aye. Hancock. No. Harmon. Aye. Hernandez. No. Huff. Aye. Kehoe.
No.
No. LaMalfa. Aye. Leno. No. Ted Lieu. No. Carol Lieu. No. Lowenthal. No. Negrete McLeod. No. Padilla. Aye. No. Padilla. Aye. Pavley. No. Price. No. Rubio. Runner. Smidian. No. Steinberg. No. Strickland. Aye. Vargas. No. Walters. Aye. Wolk. Wright. No. Wyland. Aye. Yee. Yee. No.
Call the absent members.
Anderson,
members,
aye.
Members, the Secretary needs to hear the votes. Call the absent members.
De Leon, aye to no. Padilla, aye to no. Rubio, Runner, Wolk.
Ayes 14, noes 23. The motion is defeated. We are under motions and resolutions. This is the appropriate time for adjournments. In memory, Senator Hernandez.
Thank you, Madam President and members. I bring forward to you an adjournment in memory of a constituent of mine, a very special one. Today, I'd like to adjourn in memory in honor of Mr. Raul Sanchez Solis, father of the United States Secretary of Labor, Hilda Solis. Mr. Sanchez was 88, was born on February 27, 1924 in Tucson, Arizona, and was a longtime resident of the city of La Puente. A humble man with a powerful conviction of social justice, he was a union leader with the Teamsters, as well versed in current political affairs. He was able in his lifetime to meet great leaders such as Senator Ted Kennedy and President Barack Obama. His great enjoyment in life was celebrating birthdays and holidays with all of his family and friends and the outdoors. He loved spending time in the Azusa Canyon. He was a devoted religious man who adored his wife, children, and grandchildren. He was married to Juana Solis for 58 years. He is survived by his wife and 7 children, Irma, Raul Jr., Hilda, Victor, Beatrice, Anna, Leticia, and their spouses, 10 grandchildren, and 15 great-grandchildren. He touched so many lives and was a good example for those who knew him. He will be missed dearly by all who knew him, and he was truly a modern man of time. And on a personal note, I'd just like to say that I've had the pleasure of knowing the Solis family for decades. And I can remember specifically when during my campaign, they would come. As a matter of fact, his mom used to make his wife used to make me arroz con pollo, bring it to the campaign headquarters, and every time I saw Mr. Solis, in Spanish, he'd come up to me and say, Doctor, ¿cómo estás? Which means, Doctor, how are you? And he was always so pleasant to deal with. He was just an incredible man. So with that, I'd like to adjourn in memory of Mr. Solis, father of United States Secretary of Treasury, Hilda Solis. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Hernandez, and the Senate offers its sincere condolences to the Solis family. Thank you for your words. Members, any further adjournments in memory? Anything further? Then Senator Evans, you have an announcement?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Madam President. An announcement on behalf of the Legislative Women's Caucus. Today is International Women's Day, honoring suffragists around the world. Also, as you know, March is Women's History Month, and in honor of Women's History Month, the Legislative Women's Caucus now has a display on the third floor rotunda. It's a series of posters showing women in art depicted around the state capitol, and also women artists who are displayed in the capitol, including our very own Senator Elaine Ahlquist. So I encourage you to stop by and take a look.
Thank you, Senator Evans. We will do that. Senator Liu.
Just an announcement that Budget Sub 1 will meet at 10:45 in room 3191.
Budget Sub 1 at 10:45 in 3191, Madam Chair. All righty. Any other? Senator Negrete McLeod.
Budget Sub 4 will meet at 10:45 in room 112.
Budget Sub 4 in room 112 at 10:45. Any other announcements, members? Any other business to come before the House? If not, Senator Steinberg, the desk is clear.
Thank you, Madam President. Session will resume at 2 o'clock on Monday. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. And the Senate will be in recess today until 3:30, at which time the adjournment motion will be made. We will resume session Monday at 2 p.m. Thank you, members. We're in recess.